Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Pixie Love. You guys can call me Pixie. And today we're doing some r/fat logic. Love this subreddit. It always does good on the channel. Everyone has been so supportive and everything. So, you know, let's talk about these crazy people. Are you sizist? You probably are, even if you don't want to be. Here's some pointers to help you decide. Okay, hold on. So first they took phobia from homophobia as being fat phobic. And then they took racism and made it healthism. Or sexist. Instead of sexist, it's sizist. They're taking all of the ists and phobias and isms from, you know, actual marginalized groups and bringing it to their group that they can clearly change their issues. Okay. Also, that first sentence was so hard for me to say because of my lisp. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay. You think obesity is a health concern in and of itself? Yes, I do. Obesity is a health concern because being obese, especially for long time. Yes, I do think obesity is a health concern because for being obese, especially for a long amount of time, can increase your health risk. Increase your risk factors for other diseases that are preventable. Okay? And this person says that I can provide so many studies that says it's not, and I'm not having another argument about this. Okay, whatever. You idolize and prioritize thinness in yourself and others. No, I don't prioritize it. I don't care if someone is fat. I'm just a logical thinking person and understand that me being overweight is not good for me in the long term. You talk about fat as a feeling rather than a material reality and use it as a projective? I've never heard of that. I don't know what that means, but if you're trying to say like, oh, I feel so fat, that's just a way of someone who doesn't have, I guess, the communication skills, or doesn't really feel like saying that they feel bloated, they feel groggy, they feel this, they feel that. You know, that's just the way that they use the term. Fat is a adjective, and you can use it to describe something, okay? All right. You don't consider who fits into spaces and makes allowances or campaigns for allowances for bigger bodies. This includes clothing lines. Listen, you being fat is not someone else's problem. It's your problem. You solve your own problem, okay? You allow fat phobia to go unchallenged around you. No, I don't do that. I personally, when it comes to the term fat phobia, I have a very different term than other people. I do think that there are some things that are quote unquote fat phobic, but I don't think everything is fat phobic. If I see someone driving down the street and calling someone who's walking down the street a fat bitch, I would fucking say something because that's not fucking right. I don't think being bullied just for being fat should be something that happens, and I see it happen all the time. I don't agree with that. For anyone who's seen my channel, I do not sit there and talk about anyone's weight or the way that they look. I'm only here to talk about the science and someone's opinion. Never comment on anyone's weight. I never comment on how anyone looks about being fat and use fat as being a negative thing just for a person in general. But I talk about it's not the best thing to be. Okay, but I don't dehumanize a fat person. All right. If this sounds like you might be a sizist. It's probably worth unpacking, even if you think that only sizes towards yourself. Our attitudes towards our bodies bleed out into affecting other people and contribute to an atmosphere of systemic racism. I'm sorry. You see, systemic racism is a thing. Systemic fat phobia is not. Okay? I'm sorry. I was just an autopilot reading that. So like when I read the word systemic racism was the first thing that came to my head and not fucking fat phobia. Oh my God. Okay. I already said what I had to say while I'm reading this, so I'm going to keep going. Let's go. Every time I have an appointment with my psychologist, she always encourages a reduction in 2 of the 8 medications I take daily. It's either incredibly coincidental or deeply rooted in anti-fatness. that both of these medications have been labeled as being notorious for weight gain, my bets are on the latter. Or maybe she wants you to wean off some medication that she doesn't think you no longer need, especially if it's for like a psychiatric issue or a mental issue. Sometimes weaning off the medications in a healthy, slow way can make your body still get used to the effects of the medications until you slowly wean yourself off of it, and now you no longer need those medications to get through the day. Like someone who has anxiety or PTSD, like sometimes you can wean yourself off of medication. Maybe that's what she's trying to do, but maybe you see the world as always being against you, so every time someone says something to you, you just have to be connected to the fact that you're fat, when that's not the case. And hey, they're not the only person who you're not. Hey, you're not like the only group of people who do things like this. When it comes to a lot of Black people, every time, something happens, sometimes through their eyes, like, oh, this is happening because I'm Black. When that's not always the case. It can have nothing to do with the color of your skin. It could be with the way you act. It could just be like the circumstance. It could just be your environment. It doesn't necessarily because the color of your skin. But there are times when situations are happening because you're fat. And maybe you are right. Maybe your psychologist wants you to wean you off these medications to help maybe for you to lose some weight. Or maybe she just wants you to wean off the fucking medication. There's no clear indicator that she's doing this just because you're fat. And I'm assuming you're fat because there's no reason why she would want you to wean. There's no reason why you would bring up this being deeply rooted in anti-fatness. Why is the average considered extra large? Medium has historically been the standard, but people used to be severely malnourished. You heard it here first, guys. If you are a medium, you are malnourished. Okay? Just so you know, size medium means malnourished. Anything smaller means you're malnourished. The normal size is for a person to be is an extra large, okay? If you're not an extra large, if you're not the average body, you are a malnourished person. I really hope all of us are not in this battle against obesity, because I actually kind of like being alive, and there's no version of me who's not fat except the dead one. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but if you kind of like being alive, if you kind of want to up your chance of kind of being alive kind of longer, then maybe lose some weight. Also, there's not one single evidence-based way to safely lose weight and keep it off long term. Zero, none, zilch, not Noom, not Weight Watchers, not Dr. Poom, nothing. There is no way to lose weight and keep it off without doing more harm to your health than just staying fat. Here's one. Try calories in, calories out. Learn how many calories you consume daily and learn how many calories you burn off daily and eat less than that amount of calories that you burn off daily. You'll lose weight. And then to maintain your weight, eat your maintenance calories, which is what you burn off a day. Just eat that basically amount. Don't eat less than it. And you'll stay the same weight. Literally how it works. It's a proven way. If you do it the right way, and if you do it long enough, you don't even have to really count your calories anymore. You're just living life. It's proven. Calories is a form of energy, okay? And if you use more energy than you're taking up, you're going to lose weight, because energy can either be created or destroyed. It is just transferred. So when you eat too many calories and you're not burning off your calories, your body turns that into fat. So when you're not eating too many calories and you're still burning off more calories than you're eating, your body melts off your fat. Middle school science. Calories is middle school science. If doctors refuse to treat people with blue eyes, blame every health concern on their eye color, and dismiss all complaints, if insurance charges them more or denies them outright, if jobs either refuse to hire them or pay them less, would their deaths be blue related? First of all, once again, I've never heard of jobs not hiring someone because they're fat. Unless it's a job that like you need to be on your feet and you can't keep up with it, or paying less. Most jobs have a base minimum hiring thing, so people get paid the same. I've only had one job where people weren't paid the same, and your girl quit because I know why they weren't paying me. Some other girls, as much as they were paying other people. Okay? And it had nothing to do with my weight. Second of all, you can't change your eye color. You can't. There's nothing you can do to change your eye colors. People with blue eyes, their eyes do tend to darken sometimes over the years. But other than that, and that's from when you're really young, you know, but after a certain age in your life, your eyes don't change colors. But if you are overweight, it has been proven that you can. People have lost weight. Just like people can gain weight, you can lose weight. It's been proven. You can change your weight. Anti-fatness is anti-black. Once again, this is just assuming that all black people are fat and that we're thicker and bigger than white people. That's what this is. This is extremely racist. I don't know why I didn't realize this until like a few weeks ago when I brought up in my video. It's so inherently racist to just assume that black people are bigger than white people. So that means if you're anti-fat, you're anti-black. When that's not true. Black people come in all different shapes and sizes. There's a lot of slender, straight, small sized black women and black families and black people. Like, black people are not all big and bulky and huge. We're not like that. Y'all saw my family. Like, we're not super slender. No one in my family is like slender bodied, but everyone in my family are normal weight people. Oh, and if you haven't seen my family, go check out my video titled trying to find my fat genes, or trying to find where I got my fat genes from. I'll link that in the description down below. At the end of that video, I show pictures of my family to show like, hey, where the hell did I get my fat gene from? Because I'm one of the very few people in my family who's overweight. Anyway, this whole anti-fatness is anti-black is just, it's like covert racism. I don't even think they're trying to be racist, but it's covert racism. It really fucking is. Question: I'm not attracted to fat people. How does this make me fat phobic? Answer: where do you think your preference comes from? In a world where every bit of media you consume shows thin people as successful, beautiful, but every fat person as a mockery, you've learned fat phobia. We all have. You can't choose what you're attracted to. You can't. Some people have a very narrow mind of what they're attracted to, and some people have a very wide scope of what they're attracted to. Second of all, some people like have a wide variety of freaking tastes. Like my sister likes herself some Asian men, but she's also dated women of color. Like she has a, you know, she doesn't discriminate. I don't discriminate either. Like, but like some people have some people who are pansexual can really love anyone that they want to love as long as they have an emotional connection to them. Like, some people have a very wide scope of what they like. Some people have a very narrow scope of what they like. That's just, some people are different. You can't choose what you're attracted to. And sometimes that changes based on person to person. You know, sometimes you might see this guy and think he's ugly, and then like after getting to know him for like a year or so, he's fucking hot to you for some fucking reason. It changes. Like, people are different. And I don't like this, like, if someone is not attracted to fat people, they're not attracted to fat people. You can't make them like fat people. Maybe they fall in love with a fat person though because they just fell in love with a person, but like, this is just so annoying. Celebrating Adele's weight loss promotes fat phobia and misogyny. First of all, let's go Adele looking like a damn baddie, okay? Let me celebrate Adele's journey to health, journey to finding herself. Adele was in a very dark place, I believe, before she started losing weight. She had her divorce. She was just going through a fucking lot. And she's come and found herself. And in that finding herself, she lost a lot of weight because she was focusing on herself. She got herself looking good. She looked good before, but she got herself looking better, feeling better, and she's just like, she's always said that she's been like a champion for women, and the fact that women were coming for her for losing weight made her feel fucking sad. Like, she's still the same fucking person. Y'all loved her before. Did you only love her because she's fat? That's very interesting, because what if Adele was skinny and then gained weight and people stopped liking her because she's fat now? Are you just like, oh, you only liked her because she was skinny? Is that why you liked Adele? You don't like her because she's fat now? Like, But since it's the other way around, it's okay. Y'all leave my girl Adele alone. She dropping new music, which I am so happy about, because she said she wasn't going to do more music because she always liked trilogies, so she did 3 albums. But she's like, I'm a new bitch, you know? She's like, I'm a new girl. We doing more music. She's giving us the heart, the soul, the everything. Okay? Y'all leave Adele alone. Leave my bitch alone. And y'all leave Rebel Wilson alone too. Y'all just mad you don't look as good as them and you wish you could. Alright, with that being said, that's going to be my last post of the day. Please remember to 1, leave Adele and Rebel alone. 2, don't be a salty bitch. And 3, come back tomorrow because there'll be a new video for you guys tomorrow. Anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave me a like. If you guys like me, make sure you guys subscribe. I do videos Monday through Friday. If you want to subscribe to any of my social medias and see my lovely, beautiful face, they're all on the top. Everything is PixieLove5642. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.